alright, man. Some punk rock music, excellent. Some very, no, it's not new punk rock music, but it's a new release of some punk rock music. Right, bunch of records, quite a few here. Been a while since I made a video, which I hadn't posted any for ages. I've got a whole backlog of videos. But anyway, I've just picked up some old records and some new records, and lots of different types of records. So let's get straight into it. And this is an EP from Cement Garden, the only one, and it is the only one. It is the only one they ever released. From 1986 on Meltdown Records, 6-track EP, lo-fi, underground, indie type rock. Meltdown Records. I'll pick up. There's not many releases from Meltdown. They were running between 1985 and 1989. Put out about 9 or 10 releases, and then a 7-inch or 2, some couple of EPs, a couple of compilations which I already have. So yeah, I'll pick them up. That wasn't too expensive. So a new EP. This is a brand new EP that has just come out. Infinity Ritual, 4-track EP. This is grungy stoner rock. This is quite good, pretty lo-fi, but I really enjoyed it. This just arrived today. Had a listen. It's on this dark green marble vinyl, which is quite impressive. Limited edition, numbered copy of 150. The band is out of New Plymouth, I believe. I bought this record from Vinyl Countdown, and that is the record store in New Plymouth, and the owner of the store is the drummer in the band. The boys have signed it. 4-track EP, really cool, most impressed. And then also today arrived another New Zealand compilation to fill in the gaps of mine. This is called Auckland Acoustics. Now this is on Real Groovy Records. This is the second release from Real Groovy Records back in 1985. I have their very first release on Real Groovy, which is a band called Acoustic Confusion, who actually appear on this compilation. A few names I'm familiar with, a lot I'm not. It's going to be folksy sort of, folks poppy. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. Don't see it around very often, but it's not an expensive pickup. So yeah, like I say, really pleased to have that as part of my vinyl collection, and being Real Groovy. It's cool. Real Groovy they put out a couple of records in the 80s, and then that was kind of it for quite a long time, I think. And then slowly they started putting some out in the 2000s, and I have some of the reissues that they put out. There's only about 20 items in the catalogue. More obscure New Zealand music. This one here has just come out this week. Man, this is really cool. So, Cookie Brooklyn and the Crumbs. Now, singles 2013 to 19. So, on Discogs, there's only one single released prior to last year. There was a single released last year. I don't know. Cool. Yeah, one of the tracks was released last year. And then it says all tracks recorded and mixed February to June 2018. So I'm not sure about the 2013 piece. But anyway, yeah, I'd heard a song off the original single, Is There Logic in Pop? Great little track. Very post-poppy, post-punky. And this album lives up to that quality of that track. I'm very impressed. Yeah, most impressed. I don't know. Limited edition here, number 23 of 100, just on the black vinyl. Yeah, really enjoyed that. So, because I don't bother with 7 inches, because I just never want to play them hardly. I didn't pick up that Logic single when it came out, even though I really enjoyed it. So I'm really pleased that has come out. The new Tammy Nielsen record is out. So, Kingmaker. This is Tammy's 6th album that I have, and something like a 7th or 8th album all up. It is on this deep red, although that's not as That looks a lot lighter on my screen there with the light shining through it, but it's a darker red than that perhaps in real life, but it's really cool. This might be her best album yet, actually, although it doesn't have a song like off the first album of hers I bought, which I can't remember the name of it now, which is a really powerful vocal. I'm not sure if it's got any vocals on it that are as good as that, but the vocals generally, because Tammy is such a fantastic singer, the vocals are absolutely great. But this is a really strong album, and it went to number 1 on the album charts here in New Zealand when it was released. It's only been out a couple of 3 weeks. She's actually playing here in a couple of weeks' time with the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra. Now, I'm not a fan of orchestral combos with pop stars or rock stars like that, but my wife's very keen to go, so maybe we'll go. This one has turned up finally from the US of A, but it is a New Zealander, and I had shown his records before, but this is Mark Clive Lowe, and this is an album celebrating the music of Pharoah Saunders called Freedom. Double LP, gatefold. It's a live record. So I'm with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piece band, and all songs are written by Pharoah Saunders. Pretty much. Oh, a couple that aren't. That probably Pharoah did himself. But yeah, haven't really had a chance to play this that much. Had a quick listen on the headphones, but I need to listen to it a bit more before I can fully appraise it. I have really enjoyed Mark Clive Lowe's last couple of LPs that he put out of his own material. They were very good. They were called Heritage 1 and Heritage 2. Oh, this is a new collaboration between a guy called Mark McLeod and Emily Fairlight. Now, Emily Fairlight is a solo singer-songwriter lady here in New Zealand whose first album, something Doom, it was very dark sort of sounding, gloomy sort of record, but really good. She's got together with this guy Mark, who is from a band called Shifting Sands, who I have their album that they put out quite a few years back now. This is a sort of acousticy, more folky acousticy sort of thing that they've done, and it's really quite good. I've only listened to it a couple of times. So what's it called? Sun Casts a Shadow. So Emily, it's credited to Emily Fairlight and Shifting Sands, but it's actually just the one guy from Shifting Sands. This is out on Fish Rider Records, first Fish Rider release, New Zealand release anyway, that has come out for quite some time. Playing behind me, this is a great new release. This is a compilation of material from 1989. Is it a compilation? No, it actually may be, no, hang on. I got a feeling that it's a reissue of a cassette release from the late 1980s. Anyway, as you can hear, this is what's playing behind me in the background. It's raucous, loud punk rock music. It's actually really good. I am really enjoying it. This on this nice sort of lime green. Yeah, full on 80s hardcore punk, as you can hear. Some pretty dodgy lyrics. They were a 4-piece. Colin Long, vocals and guitar. Now, Colin, I believe, is long deceased now. He put out an EP that I heard Chris play on a podcast a few years back, and that was quite interesting. This is put out by I'm a Hit Records, originally was I'm a Hit Records. It shows I'm a Hit on the back of it. That's a record label started by a guy called Brian Wafer, who I've met Brian many years ago, and he's a pretty clued up man on some pretty underground New Zealand music, actually, especially up around his neck of the woods, which is up in the North Island. So yeah, so that's really cool. That's probably a limited edition, but I don't know, probably only 150 I think it was 200 copies actually come out of that, but I'm really enjoying that. Okay, I have finally, after many years, picked up a copy of this, and you all know what this is, don't you? This is the 2022 January reissue, I believe. It's on a double vinyl disc black. Don't think there's anything different from the original one. Been meaning to get my hands on a copy for years and years. I mean, I've heard it a few times and I really enjoy it. It's a great LP and really pleased to have it. I like it more than the new one that they just put out, which I did pick up last year. I was under the impression that this was all original material, but I'm wrong. It's all cover versions, pretty much, I believe. Not that I am familiar with any of the songs or many of the artists that they're covering. So I was sort of thinking that was an original one, so I was making the comment that I was disappointed that the music wasn't original on the new one, thinking that the original music on the old one. So got that all wrong, so no idea what I'm talking about. And then I just decided to, the last three, I just decided to pick up and fill some gaps in my Neil Young collection. So pretty much I've been jumping on all of the new Neil Young stuff, most of it that's been coming out. I've missed a couple here and there, so I've filled up a few gaps. Of course, I picked up this as the latest, I think, Toast. Not a bad record, I suppose. It's better than Barn. Barn was okay over the first few listens, but I found it's got a little bit boring and it doesn't really inspire me too much. But maybe I need to get familiar with it a bit more, which is really hard to do when you've got so many records coming in. But anyway, so this is, I think it's three-sided record. These were recorded, I believe, some time ago. Yeah, I can't really tell you. I do remember reading it. So Neil Young, Crazy Horse, not bad record. And then I filled in another gap with this Crazy Horse record, Colorado. When did this come out? 2019. Again, it's a double LP gatefold. I think, is it a double LP? There's actually this is the 7-inch single version. Gosh, it doesn't. I can't actually tell you what this is about. This is one of those new music ones. I don't recognise any of the song names. Can't keep up with it. Neil is just putting out so much new records and reissues of old stuff and new stuff. And is this a double LP? Must be. There's another record in here. Oh god, I can't get it out. I don't even think I've played this one. Oh yeah, there is another record in here. I need to play them. I did play one side of this. I just haven't got around to it. I've just been a bit busy. To be honest, I've kind of been a bit slack on listening to records this winter. It is, what is it? The first week of August in 2022. I'm off down to Dunedin on Saturday for a day-long festival. Unfortunately, I had to shoot down on Saturday, so I might miss the start of it because I've got a gig to go to here on Friday night, which kind of I forgot all about because it's been cancelled and postponed about 3 times, which is the Delaney Davison Troy Kingy gig. So yeah, I'm off to do that. So I'm off to Dunedin and that, but I've been busy burying my head on Netflix and the entire Star Trek series of the Next Generation. I'm in the middle of Deep Space Nine, then I got Voyager. Anyway, I picked this one up, Neil Young and Promises of the Real Paradox, and I did pick up one of the other Promises of the Real records, and I think there was did I get both of them or one that I hadn't got? But anyway, I didn't have this one. This is actually, I'm really impressed with this. This is actually, I'm enjoying this out of the best out of these 3 I've shown you. And another gatefold, so yeah, I did splurge out. I've also got another Neil Young record on the way, the Earth record, which I never got around to picking up. So yeah, and I think I've got the Roxy one. Was it the Roxy one? So yeah, two more that I hadn't got. I've got on the way to fill in some of the gaps of the latest sort of stuff. I mean, I haven't got them all on vinyl. I got the earlier ones, the stuff like the Massey Hall and those first live ones that were coming out in the it must be 10 years ago now. I got all those on CD. What is this? This is a piece of green vinyl. This is Outside In Karma Train. This is a record that was sent to me. I brought the record ages and ages ago. I showed it in a video not long ago. It turned up finally after about a year of pressing problems and all sorts of crap with the record, and it finally turned up. And then they had a misprint. And so I got sent this after I got the other record. You're officially welcome to our cursed vinyl club. Thanks again for purchasing our debut album Karma Train on double vinyl. As of the pre-sale purchase, as one of the pre-sale purchases, you are now the proud owner of a very rare misprint of disc 2. Please, this is the replacement disc, complete with bonus tracks and a membership sticker. I wonder what happened to the membership sticker. Oh yeah, there it is. Happy accident, cursed vinyl club. I'll stick that on my record cleaning machine. So actually I need to put that in with the actual record. So anyway, to be honest, the Karma Train record, I didn't actually like it that much. It's got my name on the back cover as one of the original pre-order people, so that helped fund it to get it printed. So that's kind of cool, but the record itself I don't actually like that much. Oh well. Look, that's a whole bunch of records that have come in over the last month and a half, roughly. Still got a few more in the post, but now, as you know, I keep making comments in my videos for the last couple of years that I was going to slow down record buying so I could pay off my mortgage, and kind of didn't happen. But paying off my mortgage did happen, and last weekend we paid off the mortgage, so I am mortgage free. And so now I have to resist the temptation to go and spend all of that money that I was putting on the mortgage over the last 15 plus years, and it's been a lot of it, of course, because it was a bloody big mortgage. I've got to try not to spend it all on records. No, I know. I need to save some money. I need to start saving for my retirement. So, yeah, look, that's me. I'm going to leave you to it. So we'll see you again next time, folks.